All right, first thing we're going to talk about is positions with your hands here. All right. Now, your first finger is your thumb. Second finger is your index finger. Third finger, middle finger. Fourth finger is your ring finger. Fifth finger is going to be the pinky. Same thing in the left hand. Fifth finger is your pinky. Fourth finger is your ring finger. Third finger is the middle finger. Second finger is the index finger. First finger is your thumb. Now, what you do to get in position for a key, all right? In other words, I say the key is C. You're in C position. That means take your first finger in your right hand, and you're going to put it on middle C. Now, if you remember correctly what I told you, middle C is right in the middle of your keyboard, right under the brand name of your piano or the brand name of your keyboard. That is middle C. It's the white key before the two black keys. F is the white key before the three black keys. So if you use your alphabet, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, there's a low C. So your left hand, your fifth finger goes on that low C, third finger's on E, first finger's on G. In the right hand, first finger's on middle C, third finger's on E, fifth finger's on G. Okay? Now, that is what we call C position. If I ever tell you to play a song in D position, that basically means take your first finger in your right hand and move it to D. Fifth finger in the left hand to the low D. And that is D position, okay? This would be E position, F position. You remember it's the white key before the three black keys. You got G, A, B, and you're back up to C position again. All right, now, the song that you are playing, White Christmas, is actually in C position. Same thing as Jingle Bells. All right, now, need to cover something else with you real quick. Just make sure you remember this. Sharps go to the right. Flats go to the left. And by the way, this is up. This is down. So here is a C. Here is a C sharp. Okay? Here's a D. Here is a D flat. You know, C sharp and D flat sound alike, but they're going to be written differently. C will have the note C, and it will actually have that little tic-tac-toe piece right there means sharp. A small lowercase b before the note means flat. So you can actually have two notes that sound the same, but are written differently. For instance, C sharp and D flat sound the same, but they're written differently. This is what we call enharmonics. Enharmonics, okay? That means two notes that sound the same, written differently. Okay, now in your music for White Christmas, basically you only have to deal with sharps. All right? Every now and then he has a sharp in there, a D sharp and an F sharp. They're the only ones you have to worry about. Okay, so if this is a D, here's your D sharp, F, there's F sharp. Okay, now you remember what we talked about last time. You can actually have a natural. And I showed you what a natural sign looks like. With a natural, that just means don't make it sharp or flat, just play the regular note. Okay, this would be what we call D natural. D sharp, D natural, D flat. Okay, now, with White Christmas, what is happening is your right hand is starting on finger 3 in C position. So that means that the note you're playing right here is an E, because here's first finger C, second finger D, third finger E. Okay? And that makes sense because the first line is E when you're reading what we call the treble clef. And the easiest way to remember that is to remember your line notes are E, G, B, D, F. The top line is F, bottom line is E, or the first line, I should say. The first line is E, fifth line is F, because there's 5 lines. E, G, B, D, F. E could stand for every, G could stand for good, B could stand for boy, D could stand for deserves, F would stand for fudge. Every good boy deserves fudge. Or you could say every good bird does fly. Every good boy does fine. So there's many ways you can memorize the name of those lines right there. Okay? But that note right there is on the first line. That means it is an E. And then your spaces spell the word face, F-A-C-E. Because that makes sense. If that's an E, the note right above it is a space, because you go line, space, line, space, line, space. That's your order. If that is an E, the note right up above it, which is a space note, would be an F. Then it comes back to an E. Then it comes down one note to a D, and it is a D sharp. Back to an E. And to F. Stay on the F, but make it sharp now, and go to the G. So when you play that opening line right there, it's 2, 3, 4. Now the 4 gets sharp. Now, pay close attention to what happens right here. After you play the 5 on G, what happens is the next note after that is the space right up above it. Okay, so if that line note right there is G, then that means that second space right there above it, which is right here, is an A. And they want you to put a second finger right on that A. Okay, so what's going to happen is you were on a G, which is basically on your 5th finger right here, and they want you to put a second finger on the A. That means you have to take the second finger and put it right above the G. So you're just going to go like that. So that your first finger is now on G. So when you play that opening line, F sharp and G. You take your second finger and you go up to the A like that. So if your 5 was right here, just make sure your second finger goes right up above it and just follow the notes. Follow the fingering. Okay? It goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, see how this line connects the same notes? That is what we call a tie. Remember, a quarter note only gets 1 beat, but a whole note gets 4 beats. So actually, you're going to hold 4 plus 1 is 5. You're going to hold for 5 beats right there. Followed by the little bird rest. That is a quarter rest. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest. Okay? The next note that you play after that is back to middle C. So after you've ended with the 1 right here, you're going to go back to middle C. So basically, you're going to play all the way through. Then you're going to basically jump up to the A, stay where you are, to get right here on the G, and then move back to middle C. Okay? So once again, from the beginning. Now take your second finger and move it to the A. Then move back to middle C. And then I'm right at this point right here. Right there. So back at middle C. 3 again. Now switch. You notice you're playing the same notes. here, here, and here. But your fingering changes from a 3 to a 3, and now they want you to put a 2 on that note. So once again, you're doing this. Now just slide your 2 to that note and just follow the fingering. 2, 5, 4. Now you should know that note. That's middle C. Okay? Here's middle C down here. So once again, watch again. I'm going to play right here again. Here's this part. Switch, put your 2 there. Now finger 4. Now slide down to middle C for the next part, which is right there. Stay there. 4, 3. And then just stay there. And you've done it. You made it through the entire first page of White Christmas. By the way, the composer of the song is Irving Berlin, one of the greatest composers of all time in American music. Okay, he's part of the American Songbook, and he wrote this song. He was actually Jewish, and Jewish people don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate Jesus. What they usually do is they celebrate Hanukkah, and he was having a hard time with a movie about all these big holidays called Holiday Inn, and he was looking for a song to fit Christmas. Now, he was in California, where there's palm trees and beaches and hot weather and hot water too. Depends on where you're, what kind of pool you're swimming in, and the beaches. Out there, some of the beaches can be a bit warm, and so, anyways, he was dreaming of a white Christmas back where there's big pine trees, not palm trees, and lots of snow, and that's what the song was about. Okay, and he wanted to make it for this movie called Holiday Inn. All right, and Bing Crosby, one of the greatest voices of Christmas, was the one who got to sing it. And he loved it when he first heard the song. Okay, now it's a beautiful, beautiful song. It's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records as one of the most popular recorded Christmas songs of all time by so many people. And it actually sold a lot of copies when this song first came out. Now, once again, I'm going to play from the beginning with the right hand. Make it sharp now. Second finger comes up to the A. Hold that 1 out for 5 beats. And then you're going to bring your 1 down to middle C. Back to C position. First E, second E, third E, switch to your second finger on it. Now, go back to middle C, okay? Left hand, follow the fingering. You notice your left hand starts with finger 5 and it just holds. It's a tie. If this is 4 beats and over here is 4 beats, that means you're going to hold that 5 all the way through until you get right here where both fingers play finger 4. That means you're going to hold for 4 beats here, 4 beats here, and you're going to basically hold it out for an 8 beats. Okay? So that left hand just going to hold that 5. Just like that. Until you get to finger 4. So, when you go to play it, it should sound like this. Both fingers play finger 4. Finger 1 in the left hand now. And then right when you hit the F sharp, you go to finger 1 in your left hand. And then finger 5 in your right hand. Sounds weird, but it's right. Okay? And that's right here. Second finger in the left hand plays first because your right hand actually has a rest right there. So the second part goes like this. And this is where the second finger moves up to the A. So both hands are playing second fingers. This is where you were. Now you're going to move your second finger up to your A, and you're going to go left hand first. Play second finger again, left hand. When you play finger 3 in your right hand, play finger 1 in your left hand. And back to finger 5 in your left hand with finger 1 in your right hand, and just hold them all the way out. And just keep holding them. All right? That should be enough to get you going until we meet up on Thursday.